Hello everybody, it's Qhiucow, and today I'm not doing your typical Let's Play, not playing your typical WoW. This is the vanilla WoW, and this isn't so much as a Let's Play as it is a Let's Talk. I'm trying something new. I felt like maybe I don't want to do Let's Plays, maybe I just want to talk about stuff. And the topic I want to talk about today is superpowers. I actually did a podcast about this topic maybe like 2-3 months ago. Never uploaded it. I might upload it after this video, who knows. And in that topic it was basically like if you could choose a superpower, what would it be? And we started off with just one, and then we bumped it up to 2. No more than 3. And I don't even think I'll do 3 this video. However, yeah, I just want to do like a Let's Talk type deal. So, if you guys had a superpower, what would it be? Like, let me know in the comments. Or, yeah, that's basically all you can do to let me know. But, if I had a superpower, and I said this in a podcast, I think it'd most likely be gravity manipulation. And the reason I chose this power is because it's very diverse. It's almost like magnetism, but without having the need for metal. I could basically control gravity in a set area. So, like, if I were to say, oh, I want, like, say, this, maybe over here, right? Maybe I wanted, like, let's say 2 meter, I want to say radius, right there, right? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to increase the gravity and whatever in there, maybe like, let's say by like ×2. So whoever or whatever's in that little area would have difficulty moving. Not too much difficulty, because I mean, I don't think ×2 gravity would really hinder somebody all that much. They could definitely feel it, but it wouldn't slow them to a crawl. But basically that was just an example, right? And then if I wanted to lower the gravity, I could, so I can make things float, or people float. Come back here, you little bastard. Come fight this cow. You know what? I didn't even show you guys my character here. Hold on. I am playing a Tauren. One of my favorite races. My favorite race. What the fuck? Did you guys see that? His eye kind of glitched out. My favorite race is actually the trolls in this game, and just because I think they're really cool. Yeah, this is my little Tauren here. This is a nice guy. He's a shaman. We're gonna pick up the herbalism profession, just because I like making potions. Kind of got the reason I chose the horn selection here. Like, one horn is fine and the other one's kind of chipped off, is because I don't know, kind of reflects a little bit of my personality. So like some days I'm fine, and then other days I'm like, ugh, fuck, I don't want to do anything. And to be fair, I think that's how most people feel. Maybe. I can only speak on how I feel. But anyway, back to the gravity manipulation. Not only could I... No, that was it. Basically, have control of gravity, right? In set amount of areas. Or, if I picked up... God, hold on. I need some water. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry about this. Gotta clear my throat. Alright, there we go. Or say, I picked up a rock, right? And I threw the rock. Now say I gave its own gravitational pull by touching it. And I could increase the gravitational pull until basically anything that's around it will eventually be attracted to it and just kind of get stuck to it. Maybe even crushed if it's big enough. Or if I increase, because I mean, maybe it'll go inside them, which would be, oh, that would be awful to experience. Just have a rock slowly push its way into you because you're being pulled onto it. Which I think would be, it would be both cool and, yeah, it'd just be really painful. But something like that, right? And then we were discussing, like, in the podcast, like how far could you take your powers? And I was like, I think that's kind of based on the person, because let's say we're in a universe where your power is pretty much predetermined. You could have a kick-ass power and be really weak with it, or you could have like a really lame power but be really strong with it. And there's no real way to determine it. It just happens. Or I went with this one instead because I really like this idea better, that anyone can come up with their powers. Is you live in a universe where the more you trained your powers, or the more you used your powers, the stronger they got. Give me that meat, that delicious meat. Now we turn back for the quest. But the more you used it, the stronger you got. And you basically would go off, train your power, gain control over it, even to the point where you're very dexterous with your power. Like you had very good control. Your finesse was very like just outstanding, right? But that also depends on the person, how much they're willing to train, how much time they're willing to put into progressing their powers. And what I did choose, oh, the game trolled me. Progressing their powers and pretty much like how much time they put into it, right? And not everybody's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go off in the wilderness and practice for days and months on end, right? Not everybody's gonna be willing to do that. Let's be honest. Some people are pretty damn lazy, and some people, they'll be like, oh, I have this power, and if they're naturally gifted with it, they may not even train until they hit like a wall of some sort, maybe a rival or somebody they weren't able to defeat immediately. It's sort of like the Frieza and Goku thing, where Frieza never had to train in his life, right? Then he met Goku and he lost. And then he comes back to life and he's like, you know what, I've never trained, but let's see what 3 months of training will do. He trained for that. That still blows my mind. I forgot what I was doing again. That still blows my mind. He trained for basically 3 months and obtained something that was close to godhood. Like how what the hell even? But I digress. So going off stuff like that, right? Then we moved on to, what would your second power be? And I chose fire. Now, if it's not immediately obvious why I chose fire, I think fire and gravity go hand in hand, or they work pretty well. Maybe not hand in hand, but they work pretty well together, right? Say, okay, going back to the ability to give something its own gravitational pull, right? Say I could set it aflame, and I could increase the flame. Now I've got a mini sun. I've got a miniature sun that's pulling someone towards it because it has its own gravitational pull, and at the same time burning them alive, which would be fun for no one other than the user. The user would probably... What was I doing? Oh my god. The user would probably find great enjoyment if he was sadistic, which I am not. Maybe. I might be. Maybe a little bit. Just a little bit. Because who thinks of shit like that, right? But... Okay. The text on this game, though. Slow as heck.
We shall meet again.
But those are just, like, minor examples, right? I mean, you could do so much more with those powers. And I want to go into more detail, but my brain's not functioning right. Trying to play this game and balance talking about superpowers with you guys. What the hell was I doing? Okay. Messenger, I believe she was okay. And this one is water pitcher. Look, let's put some. Sorry about this, guys. I do have to read because the quests don't auto track in vanilla. That even the most humble task can. Okay. 10 Qhiucow pelts. Does it say where though? It's usually towards the end. You can find them like in the hills to the south. Okay. So that's north. Pretty sure we were already heading that way. Okay, cool. But in either case, yeah, I just kind of want to know what you guys think about the superpowers I picked, and then I want to know what you guys picked, because I find this to be all kinds of interesting. Oh, you know what? Before we'll do one more quest before I hop off. We also talked about like how the world would react to people with superpowers if it was like I think DC's accepting like the people were pretty much accepting of the superpowers there, but I don't think as much as they are in Marvel. I don't know, I need to do more looking into that. But yeah, we also discussed like how would people react to a person with superpowers, how the government would react, would they try to capture you and run tests, basically like abduct you, right? Or would everybody be cool with it? And they're like, oh yeah, superheroes and supervillains and stuff, and it got really convoluted. And then we talked about like people caught in the crossfire, like what would you do? Like for instance, if you say you're, I don't know if you guys want to be a superhero or a supervillain, but say like there's obviously if you're a villain, you're gonna use every resource around you, so you're gonna use fear, you're gonna use the hostage tactics and stuff like that. But as a superhero, how would you counter that if a villain were to basically not aim for you but start aiming for civilians? So they're looking to cause harms to civilians or civilians to indirectly harm you, or to make you, or to create an opening for you to be like, oh, I gotta save this guy, and you go over there to save them, and they just basically blast you in the back. How would you handle stuff like that? Would you immediately jump to save the normie, or would you kind of like wait and see what happens? To be honest, I don't think I'd wait to see what happens. I think I'd pretty much jump to save them, because any second of delay could cause the worst possible outcome, and I would not want that. Say the villain is like, oh, I'm just gonna blast this guy in the leg. I don't know that. So I gotta jump over there, because what if the villain isn't as dexterous with his powers, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna shoot him in the leg, and he ends up incinerating whoever he's aiming for, and he's like, well, I didn't mean to do that. I just let someone die because I hesitated. But yeah, things like that. Like, what would you guys do? Could you please die? Actually, we're not even going to complete this quest, because I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to talk about with you guys, is the whole superpowers thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to end the video right here. I know it's a lot shorter than what I usually upload, and something that I usually don't. Not to mention I was all over the place with this topic. But again, I would really want to know what you guys think about my superpower selection, what you guys would pick, and what you would do in a hostage type situation. So with that being said, I hope this freaking mountain cougar just dies right here. Okay, one more blast ought to do it. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Again, please post in the comments. I really do want to find out what you guys think. And I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Maybe just one more cougar. I mean, who's really gonna I gotta, it's a grind, and I gotta make sure that the carrying capacity for these animals doesn't get out of hand, because if they get out of hand, they start eating everything, and if they eat everything, we can't eat anything, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta